We've all been there, right? Staring at the clock in a meeting, maybe mentally drafting the email it probably should have been instead.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's such a common feeling that meetings are just productivity killers.
Yeah.
A real drain.
Yeah, a total drain. But what if, like, that whole perception is actually getting in the way? What if meetings are potentially really powerful tools?
It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? Because, I mean, at their core, meetings are incredibly potent ways to communicate and collaborate.
Right.
When you use them strategically, I mean, really well, they don't just pass on info. They build alignment, they can spark innovation. They're foundational for, high-performing teams.
Okay.
The trick, and I guess this is our deep dive today, is figuring out how to actually tap into that potential.
Exactly. So our mission for this dive is really to cut through all that negativity. We want to show the value, the often overlooked value of doing meetings well, and hopefully give you some tools, some insights to make your next meeting invite feel less like a chore and more like a real opportunity.
Okay, so let's unpack this then.
Yeah.
Starting right at the heart of it, the purpose.
Yes.
Before you even think about sending an invite, do you actually know why you need to meet?
Yeah.
What's really interesting, looking at the source material, is that good meetings aren't just, one thing. They actually do 4 pretty distinct, valuable jobs.
That's absolutely right. And understanding these is like step 1 to making meetings count.
Yeah.
So first, information sharing. But
Right.
it's more than just dumping data. It's about creating shared understanding, shared context. It lets people ask questions right away, clarify things, making sure everyone is genuinely on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Much better than an email trail sometimes. Mm-hmm. Way better for complex stuff. Second, they're vital for collaborative decisions. Pulling together everyone's different insights and experience to tackle tricky problems.
So like using the group's brain power.
Exactly. It's not just about a quick vote. It's about letting diverse viewpoints really sharpen the final decision. Then there's staff development. Meetings are actually great spots for peer-to-peer learning, sharing knowledge, maybe even some informal training. It helps people grow.
I hadn't really thought of it that way, but yeah, you learn a lot just by listening sometimes.
You really do. And finally, maybe the most surprising one, morale boosting.
Morale boosting in a meeting.
Yeah. Think about sharing successes, acknowledging when the team has worked hard, maybe pointing out a smart solution someone came up with. It builds that sense of recognition, psychological safety.
Wow, okay. That really does shift the whole view, doesn't it? It's not just attend meeting, it's designing an experience with a specific goal. So what happens when a team actually starts thinking like this?
You see a huge shift. People move from just showing up, maybe half listening, to actually engaging.
Right.
When everyone gets the why, the specific purpose, they come more prepared, they contribute better. The whole field changes from like obligation to, opportunity.
Okay, purpose is key. Got it. But we've also seen meetings with a great purpose just fall apart, right? Go off the rails.
Oh, definitely.
So that brings us to planning. Deliberate, thoughtful planning. And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Good meetings aren't accidents. They're actually engineered.
Absolutely engineered. And there are 2 really crucial planning steps here.
Yeah.
First, clear mind planning.
Clear mind planning. Okay.
This starts with setting really specific objectives. Think SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. You need that kind of clarity.
So not just discuss Project X, but decide on the launch date for Project X.
Exactly. That clarity turns a vague chat into a focused work session. And once you have those sharp objectives, then you build a detailed agenda.
The roadmap.
It's the roadmap. Every topic, maybe time estimates. It keeps things on track, stops those, conversational detours. The second piece is effective communication, that meeting invite. It's your first impression.
Right, it sets the stage.
Totally. It has to clearly state the date, time, place, and importantly, that purpose and the agenda we just talked about. And who's calling the meeting, the convener's name, maybe even a signature, as a bit of formality, accountability.
Makes sense.
And for regular staff meetings, you've got to respect people's time. Send that formal notice, ideally in writing, at least 5 working days ahead.
5 days. Wow.
Yeah, it avoids disrupting workflows, lets people actually prep. Now, obviously, quick huddles or, real emergencies, those are different. They can happen anytime.
Okay, so that detailed prep, knowing the why with total clarity, and then mapping out the how with an agenda and proper notice, that sounds like the real secret sauce.
It really is. Yeah. It's what separates a productive session that moves things forward from, another hour you wish you had back.
So just to quickly recap then, We've dug into how knowing the real diverse purposes of meetings, sharing info, making decisions, development, even morale, and then pairing that with really meticulous planning, that's how you turn this common frustration into like a strategic advantage.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture for a second, well-planned, purposeful meetings aren't just admin chores. They're actually a cornerstone of effective teamwork. They build clarity, connection, things you just can't get easily from email or chat alone.
Definitely gives you a lot to think about. So for everyone listening, what's maybe one small immediate change you'll make to how you approach your next meeting now that you're thinking about its true purpose and the real power of a well-crafted plan?